We are here at the KLOVE studios in beautiful Franklin, Tennessee to welcome recording artist and Clovis, California native, Jordan Feliz.
Yeah.
Yes, pleasure.
I mean, either one, however you feel like saying it today.
Either way.
That'd be fun.
I had to laugh when Jordan walked in because the last time we saw each other literally was in the produce department at the grocery store.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
And what were you shopping for? What were you buying?
I was just buying some veggies.
Like green peppers, carrots?
Yeah, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, I think I bought some fennel,
That's so good with salmon.
Isn't it good?
Oh,
Yeah.
And you're on this new health kick, right?
Dude, we're on a health kick right now.
And you're feeling like a new man.
Yeah, just got some more energy, feeling good. I feel like we came back from a trip where we went back to my hometown and we had like a tour of hometown food.
Yes.
And my wife and I came home, we're like, this is not cool. So,
we can't button our pants anymore.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's just, wanting a little bit of a life change and just trying to get back on the health train. So here we are.
What's been the toughest part of that? Other than going home?
Yeah, I think it's just travel. Like anytime you travel and you're trying to stay somewhat consistent with healthy eating or clean eating, it's really difficult. Like, cause I mean, it's complicated.
You're on the road for 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah. It's like, you got to get used to just eating like almonds.
Oh boy.
Or an apple.
Or an apple.
Yeah.
Like that. Those are like your quick grabs.
And I think too, you're in a season with itty bitties. Like they are constantly going and you begin to realize how tired you are. And you need to kind of maybe get a little more of their energy.
100%. And that's one of the things I think for us, it was like my wife and I, we started biking more together too. So like that's kind of been fun for like little days when the kids are in school, we can go ride and just kind of hang and get outside and just, clear our heads and also talk together and just hang. So I think just a mixture of all that, and then be able to come home and feel energized, when the kids get back, because they're just like always raring to go.
Yes.
So
for the sake of those who are wondering, bike shorts or no?
All day.
Bike shorts.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like bibs, I guess is what they're called.
Oh, the one, but you do the full bibs then.
Yeah.
And you got the clips and the shoes and everything.
Yep. Yeah.
You are going serious, buddy.
Yeah. Well, we do a lot of gravel. So we do like off-road.
You're brave.
So like it's all flat gravel. It's nothing like crazy.
Isn't flat gravel pavement?
I mean, I guess kind of.
Okay.
It's chopped up. I know what you mean.
Still gravel. It's
Yes.
We're not like jumping.
The terrain is flat, is what you're saying. The actual terrain
the
itself
terrain is flat.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like my wife I'm never gonna be able to convince her to like go hit a jump or something.
She ain't happening?
No, she'll just be like, I'm just gonna hang back. So we just, but we didn't really want to ride on the road too, because it's kind of scary, man.
Oh, around here?
No. You need to be very safe.
There's no bike lanes in Tennessee.
No,
so
man.
Like,
my bike has been hanging in the rafters of the garage until they build a bike lane across this entire state. I'm not doing it. Crazy.
And you are you seem to be an athletic fella, because I know that you say ways that you clear your mind. Maybe it's biking, but also skateboarding and skiing.
Yes.
So when you're doing those kind of things, what is God saying to you? How is he talking to you?
Man, a lot of the time, especially like in those moments, it's really just like being able to kind of absorb like his creation, and also the fact that being a mist of outside and what he's created for us, he's also created us and the way that he loves us. And I feel like it's just being out in that aspect of whether it's nature or, I mean, just being in the pool with your kids or whatever it is, man, just being able to like be submerged in that and be present, and really just taking the time to take in what life is, instead of being on your phone all the time. And it's kind of becoming the demise of society. I feel like it's just like everybody's living on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is. And for me, this past year, this past winter, I hiked like 6 mountains to ski down. We did like a bunch of stuff, and it was just really cool. Cause I brought my phone cause I wanted to take pictures, but it was never like, you just get to see something and experience something that's just not an everyday occurrence. And those kinds of things make you absorb like the heart of God in a totally different light. So it's really fun.
How do you think that you're approaching just the way you're performing in front of people? Because I know that when you go see Jordan Feliz, it's an event. It is fun. It's a lot of high energy. Has it changed since in the past year?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I would say we've taken a little bit of a more like, man, I don't even know how to say it, maybe like adult approach. Like we're really trying to push some of the, like, I want to always be the guy that's going to bring some fun.
Yes.
And I want people to have fun at the shows, but I also want them to like understand my heart for like what I do. And I think that's something that we're really sewing into in our show, especially this year, is, you know, how to take it up to the next level, because we're always trying to grow. But also for me, how I can speak more eloquently to who I am and why these songs mean what they mean to me, you know? So I would say like that's probably the big shift I would say this year for me, just from a mental and heart standpoint, you know, running into the shows.
Maybe it's just you're being more purposeful about how you're doing it, sending your message out there.
Yeah, that's
You can have that one.
See?
Thanks, dude.
That's for you.
There it is.
I want you to have that.
We have to talk Jesus is coming back. How do you feel people are connecting with it? And I also want to say, side note, so many of your songs, I was just thinking in my head, I sing along with them all the time because they're fun and boppy and you just catch on in. But how have people connected specifically to Jesus is coming back?
Yeah, man, this song, I'm so blown away by it and like the way that people have kind of grabbed onto it. Mainly because I think the idea of this song, was, you know, I was reading through Revelation and like kind of digging into that, and like the whole book is kind of a little droll, and like, you know, you get into like chapter 6 and then it's like the seals are being opened and you are, you know, there's all these things and you're like, whoa. But I think for me, this song, I really wanted to change the narrative because I felt this in my heart, was when people started talking about Jesus is coming back. I think just being somebody, I've grown up in the church, there's a little bit of like almost fear that would like kind of rise up in me. And I really was like, man, I want to change that, because like as believers, like that needs to have like, there needs to be no shame, no hope. Yeah, just pumped. Like I want to bring hope and joy into that statement. And so, you know, when this song was kind of getting formed, that was like our goal. It was like, I want people to get jacked. Like I want them to just be like, yes, you know, like, cause we know that this is just a segue to eternity for us. This is not our forever home. And it's been amazing to see people react to it in that exact way. And it's awesome. I'm so grateful and honored that God is using the song.
Especially right now, because I just feel like daily you feel so hopeless and you see things and they're all going in the wrong direction. But to know, hey, this is only temporary, and our ultimate hope is that Jesus is coming back and we're going to spend eternity with him.
That's
and
right.
That's what gets me excited.
That's right. Let's go.
Woo! Woo!
I think what's exciting too is, as we discussed over tomatoes, that this is just one of a bunch, because you spent a lot of time just really developing as a songwriter.
Yeah.
And if that's an indication of where you're going, I can't wait to hear the rest of it.
Dude, thank you. That means so much. It really does. And I'm really excited. We just got back from a writing trip actually like 2 days ago. So I'm like really excited. I'm pumped. I'm really pumped.
And I know recently a dream has come true for you, and the fact that you
being here right now with us.
Yes.
Being here right here. Yes.
Literally right here. I'm here.
But also, you got a truck, and that's always been a lifelong dream of yours.
I know. I'm so excited.
And what was the excitement with a truck?
You know, okay, I've grown up, all my friends growing up always had trucks, and I'm kind of like an outdoorsy guy. Like I like doing stuff that's a little bit more like, we like going kayaking and riding bikes and skiing and skateboard, like all that stuff. And the truck is just an easy thing where you can throw stuff in the back and just go, you know, it's like a quick, like, there's no excuse. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, well then I got to get the ratchet straps out and I got to tie it up there, you know, whatever. It's just like, oh yeah, here, boom. You know, it's like, it's done. And yeah, it's just really cool. I'm so pumped about it. And man, God's provision in this past year, which is weird to even say, but like he's just blessed us so much this past year. And so being able to do that, I also, that's my first car I've ever had. That's just been my car.
Oh,
So I've never had like my own car. So it's kind of cool. Like I won a car back when I was Ubering. I know this is crazy, but I won a car when I was Ubering when I first moved to Nashville. But it was like a Prius C. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. They're like, it's like
tiny,
like a Matchbox.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels.
And so we had to trade that in to get an SUV because my little girl was, just about to be born. And it was like when Jamie and I were getting ready for like prepping for baby stuff, we were both having to go to Costco in 2 cars, like driving 2 cars to Costco, loading one of them full of stuff because we couldn't fit everything. So it's like, so it was kind of nice. It was like I had for like 4 months, I had my own like little thing, but this is like my first car I've ever I bought it. It's like which is kind of cool. So I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you this: when you will start to dislike having a truck, is about the 4th or 5th time a friend calls, going, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm moving." Yeah,
dude, I see, and I have not experienced that yet.
I'll call you.
So maybe we'll cut this part of it.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will. We never know. We got just a couple minutes, but was something. We got on this subject, and I think you'd have an excellent answer to this.
Okay.
80% of graduates say they want to pursue a field that they feel passionately about. You are an extremely passionate person. How did you find that? When did it happen for you that you just realized this is my passion?
Yeah. For me, I would say mine's probably a little bit less typical. But mine happened right when I had turned 13. I had kind of got shoved into leading worship. I never wanted to sing in front of anybody. Like I wanted to be a drummer. Like I wanted to be in the back. I didn't want to be, but I did. I led worship, and my youth pastor said, he was just like, dude, I really feel like you have a calling in your life. Like you should start doing this more. And so I left this worship event, and I just felt like as I was leaving, my dad and I were talking about the event we had just played, and it was so fun and it was awesome. And but as we're leaving, I was driving down a highway in my hometown, and like it's so weird. I remember it so vividly. We passed by this massive pine tree right before an overpass, and I just looked at it, and I felt like God just spoke over me. This is what I have for you. And so in that moment, I think I just kind of always knew that I was going to do something with music. I joined a metal band when I was a senior in high school. I was like, well, maybe this is it. Nope. Led worship at a church, and quickly felt like God called me to Nashville, and now I'm here. But, I think that passion for people that are graduating is so important, because I have friends that have done, I, got really good grades in high school, and I got really good grades in high school. My parents were like really about college for me. And I just kept telling them, I'm not going to go, and it wasn't because I didn't want to go. It's because I just felt this thing in me that I was not supposed to. I was supposed to keep doing music. And, but I just think, whether it is that you're supposed to go to college, and become a doctor or become whatever it is, I've had friends that have gone in and out, and gotten good jobs, but they hate it. They hate it, and you're like, oh man, like you want to go to work every day and love it, and obviously a job is a job. There are days you're going to have a moment where you're like, oh, I don't really want to do this right now. And that happens to everybody, whether you love your job or you don't like your job. But finding something that you are passionate about and you feel called to, I think is different than going and just being educated to do a job just to fill a space. And so I would just say, for me, it was a lot of prayer. And, if you're a believer and you're struggling with trying to find that passion, like God will reveal it to you. Just take the time to pray about it, and he'll show you.
And listen.
Yeah, listen.
That's sometimes the hard part. Okay, Jordan, this is very serious, very major question. And it could change the future of your life.
Okay.
You had to choose.
Oh, no.
You are a lover of hats.
Yep.
And you are a lover of coffee.
Okay.
If you could only choose one for the rest of your life, Jordan Feliz, which one would you choose?
Oh my gosh. That's a really, really hard question. Because if I don't wear a hat, that means I have to like do my hair every day.
Right.
Which is a nightmare.
And you without coffee, what's that like?
It's not, I mean, it's not awful, but it's not great.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a little spicy, probably.
Should we ask the people around you?
Yeah.
Should we call home?
Ask my wife.
Exactly.
She's like, yeah. I would probably say, honestly, I'd probably say I'd cut coffee out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And the only reason why is because lately I've been trying to cut down on as much coffee as I've been drinking. And I've like been like eating apple. I know it sounds weird, but an apple like will wake you up in the morning. So
No,
like,
it's true.
All right, y'all are weird.
I know, but it's
true.
true. So like I've been eating an apple and like, you know, having like a little bit of coffee in the morning. It sounds so weird, but I guess that's just, yeah. I guess
you're on the
coffee.
what? The health train?
Yeah, I'm on the train.
That's right.
I'm on the health train.
Yeah. Stopping in weird places is all. Dude, you know that I'm a fan, and truly, and not to blow sunshine up your skirt, but you're truly one of my favorites. I love your music. Anytime you're involved, I want to be there.
Bro, thank you, dude. That means more than you even know. Seriously.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
And I'm going shopping later tomorrow.
Okay.
If you want to make a list, I'll go for you.
Dude, yeah.
I'll do it again.
Or we can just shop together.
Exactly.
You know?
The weird thing, and I didn't tell you, this is funny because I came in, this is true. I walked in and went, Jordan cut off his hair.
Oh,
what?
Dude, I know.
You had your hair pulled back. You weren't wearing a hat. I'm going like, this guy looks familiar.
He actually told me, and I was prepared for you to walk in. I'm like, well, maybe he has a wig on. I'm not going to say anything. In my head, that's exactly what I said.
So everybody thinks I've been wearing a wig lately. And the reason why is because my wife undercut like all the way up to like almost the top of my head.
To cool it off.
So when I pull it up, like it's just gone.
Absolutely.
And so
absolutely.
I have literally freaked people out. People are like, oh my gosh, did you cut it off? And I'm like, no, it's up there. They're like, there's no way it's up there. How did you hide it in a hat? I'm like, it's not that much. It looks like a lot, but it's not that much. So
funny.
Yeah.
Always comes down to the hair. Dude, we love you, man. Keep it up. We'll do everything we can on our end just to get your word out there.
Love you guys so much. Thanks for having me.